This video is sponsored by Surfshark.
Welcome back to another video on the E350. And I would like to say this video is going to be, I'm going to put a modification on the car, but I'm not. I'm actually going to repair some damage that I did about 2 weeks ago, pulling up outside my house, catching the curb as I was reversing onto the drive. And as you can see, it's caught the bottom of the bumper and it's broke it. And in today's video, we're going to get the front bumper off and we're going to repair it. Okay, so to do this repair, I have got myself a plastic welding gun. Really cheap, 20 quid, Amazon, should do the trick. Got some plastic bumper and trim filler. Might use that, once we've sealed it, grind the crack out slightly and then fill it with a bit of this. And then also I've got some acrylic high build primer. Now I don't plan on actually spraying the bumper white in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fix it, repair it, and then I'm probably going to get the bumper sent off. I'm going to get it resprayed. Yeah, so what we're waiting for, let's get on. Let's see if we can get this repaired. Never done this before, so this will be an interesting thing for me to do. Let's go on and do it.
So first things first, we need to get the Mercedes up in the air. This will help not only with taking the bumper off, but also taking the engine tray off. And as you can see here, we just simply undo the 10 bolts, move the jack out the way, and this just comes straight off. We then take the wheels off, enabling us to get to the inner wheel arch liners to get them off. With the wheel arch liners off, we can then get access to the 2 bolts that bolt the front bumper to the front wing. This is fairly straightforward, doesn't take too long. We then undo the bolts at the top of the bumper that hold it to the front balance.
Okay, so everything is out. Front bumper is loose. Now, if I remember rightly, when we fitted this E63 front bumper, the only kind of bolts holding it on were the ones at the top, which pull it all in, because the bottom ones don't actually fit. And because I was having a bigger intercooler put on, these brackets here, we didn't worry too much about it. And with the under tray holding it, it kind of holds it all in, so it's not loose or anything. So I think all I need to do is I've took the 2 10mm bolts out either side here that hold the front bumper onto the headlights. This should just now slide off. So the parking sensors should be the only thing that's holding this bumper on. So let's see if this will just slide off now. It should do. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Think we're okay. So we've got the air sensor down here, or I think it's a temperature sensor actually. That pulls out. Just place this down here, and like I say, put this down there. It's damaged anyway. You can see here that is the parking sensors, and we just need to push this clip in and pull this out. Best way to do that is just to slide this off the bumper. There we go. So that's off. And there we go. Just pick this up. One front bumper removed. Let's get on. Get this on the bench and repair it.
So with the bumper on the bench, you can see the extent of the damage and the crack. Now, it will be easy to fix. However, we need to take off all of this plastic cowling on the back. And this just involves us drilling out the pot rivets and taking it off. Now, there is a bit more damage than I thought on the bottom of the bumper, but we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the crack. And remember, I'm going to try and take all of this plastic cowling off to get access. But I don't know whether or not I'm going to do that. Let's see how we get on. So we start by removing all the pot rivets that hold in the rear plastic cowling on the bumper. This will give us better access to the rear of the bumper when doing the repair. So this was becoming a mammoth job to take all these pot rivets out. And I decided, well, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so really crude setup. Extension bar holding this plastic out the way because I'm not stripping the whole bumper. I realised after 10 minutes of trying to strip the whole bumper how hard it was when I put it together. So we've got the broken part of the bumper here. So what I'll do is I'll just like literally hold it together the best I can, then use the plastic welding gun and weld it back together, and hopefully then it'll just look like a crack here. And what I can do later is then kind of grind it out maybe with the Dremel and then use like this plastic bumper and repair trim to fill it, and then get the whole, like I said at the beginning of the video, get the whole bumper resprayed. Front and rear bumpers are going to get done anyway.
When I'm out and about and I get that notification to say that my favourite YouTuber has posted the latest video, I instantly want to watch it. So I look for the closest free Wi-Fi access point I can get. But do you realise that public Wi-Fi is an absolute goldmine for hackers and data thieves? They connect to your device when you're on the public Wi-Fi and they can steal password, bank details, credit card details, basically everything about you. But you can combat this by having a VPN connection. Now, what is a VPN? It's a virtual private network. A virtual private network connects you to the internet securely, meaning that no one can see what you're browsing and no one can get to the devices you're browsing the internet on. So here's another really cool feature of Surfshark. So I'm on my Netflix account. Now I want to watch Operation Mincemeat film, but unfortunately it's not available in the UK. Now with Surfshark, that's not a problem. I simply switch my location to, say, Canada. I then refresh my browser, research for Operation Mincemeat, and there you are, it's available for me to watch. So if you want to make sure that you're secure when you're connected to public Wi-Fi, why not click the link in the description below and go and get yourself a Surfshark VPN.
Never done this before, so I'm just kind of winging it. Hopefully it will turn out good. And the plan is just to place a few random staples across the crack, and then I'm going to build it out from there. Okay, so I think I've got enough on here, and the staples have held up well.
If we come onto the front of the bumper, you can see the crack has closed. How well it'll hold up, I don't know. I did go through the plastic a little bit there, but like I say, I can sand all this down, Dremel it out, and then like really, really thinly put some plastic filler on it. So yeah, but overall, not bad for a first attempt. I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, I've got to cut all these off now and then get it back on the car.
So as you can see, as I was cutting off the tabs on the back of the staples, I realised I'd missed a major part of the crack. So I'm just adding some additional staples there, just to make sure that the bumper doesn't split and crack anymore. So with the tabs cut off the back of the staples, we set about rebuilding the bumper, putting all the potter bits back in the places that we took them out to make sure that it's safe. So with the bumper back together, we then refit it to the car, clipping it back into place before bolting it all back up.
There we are, guys. Front bumper is back on the Mercedes, and from a distance it doesn't look damaged, which is the result I wanted. So overall, I'm happy with the outcome. Now guys, that's it for this video. If you like what you see, don't forget, smash that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, give me a thumbs up and comment in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next video.